Hi, I'm David Light, and welcome to a very special edition of my movie reviews. This time, we're taking place in Oakwood, Ohio, a suburb of the city Dayton, Ohio. With special guests, Eli Eckerly.
Hey.
And Nick Gadd.
Yeah.
Dylan, we don't care about you. And Nick Gadd.
Sorry.
Now, the movie that I'm going to be talking about is Star Trek Into Darkness. What I found so interesting about this movie was that it was very, very, very action-packed. Like, actually, probably the bad thing about the movie was that it started off with this big chase scene. Like some movies do, like start off with an explosion scene, and then they kind of calm down a little bit, and they calm down a little bit, and
society, so I rarely saw my friends. It was difficult to make them, because I can't physically smile, so I tend to come off as being a creepy weirdo. And that's not, it's actually true.
Then they kind of start the plot, but there was a big chase scene, and you think it's going to calm down, and then it just keeps going at this really high-packed action level the entire movie. It never stopped. It was like, never stopped. Was that a B? Is that a B? Is that a B? Okay, no, we're good. Well, I think my favorite part about this movie was that it was just a really easy movie to watch. Like, it was fun to go see with friends. I saw it with Reed, and it was really fun to watch with him because it was just explosions all over the place. And it was fun. It was fun to see a movie. However, like, the plot was kind of weak, and everything else about it was kind of weak, and the title makes no sense whatsoever, Star Trek Into Darkness. Would you say that the movie was dark?
I'd say it wasn't, but then it went into darkness.
What's dark about the movie? Like, not metaphorically, like literally, what is dark? It's always lit up. Space is still pretty light. A complaint from Reed was that there's this one scene where they're getting shot through the air, through space, and there's like air effects going past their body, and he was just like, there's no air in space. It's impossible. And he's true, it's wasn't the most specific. So I'm gonna keep this review kind of short. It wasn't the biggest deal to me necessarily. I have special guests here to give their own input, like this.
That's what I think.
And then another special guest who gives his input of this. Okay, so Eli, what did you think of Star Trek Into Darkness?
I liked it. It was great. I'll agree. Okay.
So, both of those guys totally know what they're talking about, totally justified in what they're saying. They're basically as experienced as me. So, I don't know who's in the movie because I don't care. I know it's the guy from Sherlock to play Cut! But I don't care because he's oh, phone. What is it? Yeah, okay. Time is 2:25. Oakwood time, so in Chicago it's 1:25 right this very second. So, I give this movie 4 explosions of spaceships over 10 explosion spaceships. That's it for this week's episode of David's Movie Reviews. Signing off. David's Movie Reviews.
So good, girl.